So God's like, all right, we're going to make this kid bold and short, but we're going to give him a personality because you just can't screw him on everything, right? That's why when you meet a guy who's like handsome, tall, rich, all that, something's got to be wrong with his dick or something. It's just not possible.
That's
you
fair.
can't have all of it. Like you can't be rich, normal, likable, charismatic, tall, and have like a 12-inch cock. It just doesn't happen. It just wouldn't be right.
I feel like that fits you very well.
Does this look big for me?
I think that looks like a perfect size for you, actually.
Yeah, it's just a little like heavy. I feel like by the end of the day, I'd be like, shit.
But then when you don't wear it, you feel like you're naked. Like you have to wear it every single day. You can't go a day without wearing it.
Like my left arm would be bigger, more muscular than my right arm. Yeah?
But I've actually switched it up.
It's actually very comfortable.
It's very comfortable. I switched it up now. I wear an Apple Watch now, like a lot of time. Unless I'm wearing a jacket.
What's the other one that you have?
I have a
Submariner?
Submariner 40 millimeter, I think. It's a no-date sub.
God damn, how much are these fucking things? 20?
I got them both from retail. Shout out to Torno and Roosevelt Field Mall.
How did that happen? You got pulled like that?
I don't have pull like that. Surprisingly, the person who I spoke to, I met there, because I went there a few times. Okay. And the first time I went there, they just wrote my name down, and I was like, all right, I'm never getting called for this, because I was a big like Movado guy. I love Movados. I have like 3 or 4 of them.
Wow, that's my generation, bro. You don't even know about that.
My dad is the one that told me about them. So
yeah,
I was like,
that's old school, man.
Yeah,
that's old school.
I still wear them from time to time.
I feel like the Rolex is the modern day Movado. I might not know what I'm talking about, but back in the day, everybody had a Movado. That was like the shit.
Really?
What I mean back in the day, I'm talking like 30 years ago.
Really?
35 years ago, 40 years ago.
Damn. Well, I don't mean it like that. I didn't say damn like that. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, it's real. It's real. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love those watches. I was very much like, all right, I want a Rolex because that's just like the piece where it's like, all right, you get your first Rolex and like that means like, all right, you can start wearing it. You look good. You feel good. Then I made the mistake of buying a second one like 6 months after because I was like, I got the call and I was like, hell yeah, I'll take it. The root beer, like I was like, I want a GMT.
That was the second one or the
This
first
is the
one?
second one.
Oh, okay.
And then I realized after, I'm like, wait, why did I just buy this? I already have one. I wear that one all the time. I don't really care about this one much because the first one means so much to me. But the second one is just like, it's cool, but like, is it worth the extra money? For some people, it's relative, right? Like for me, $20,000 is like a huge chunk of money for me. So it's like, I don't know if it was
it's a huge chunk of money for anybody, really. It's a lot of money.
Maybe not to you.
I think it's 20 grand.
I think it was like 17, 18.
Damn.
Something like that. But yeah, I don't think, I'm not going to buy another one for a long time. What about you? What watches do you usually wear?
I don't own one.
You got the Maserati, right? You got like the...
After 40-something years, yes. Like right after, I bought all those houses, lived in like my parents' basement, bought all those freaking houses, and then refinanced them right before the rate shot up at like 3% or some shit.
Blessed.
I'm like, you know what? I think I deserve something nice. So I
think you deserve that very much so.
I bought myself what year was it? Was it 2022 at the time? Maserati MC20.
Oh, dude, I saw your picture on your story. I was like, I've seen Charles's Maserati before I've ever seen him wear a suit. But now you wear suits pretty often, I see. No, still no? I see you posting stories wearing suits
I was actually having a conversation with Lou before, on the podcast we did before this, about how with my new business endeavors, I need to stop dressing like a homeless man.
You don't dress like a homeless man.
You look fly right now, bro.
Thank you. I'm only dressed up for this. Like if I was just going to my office, I would just be.
I see you all the time. You always have the blazer on.
Oh, because that's when you see me. Because you're an important person to be around. So that's why.
You have the pocket square.
I always have the pocket. It's the same one. I just go from jacket to jacket.
You got the shoes, the belt, the socks.
Yeah, it's my lawyer socks.
Yeah, you got the lawyer socks.
Yeah.
So what's going on with that? Well, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room here, which is why don't you ever age, bro? What do you mean you're 26?
See, the thing is,
I feel like I've known you for 30 years.
I'm still young because when I first met you, I was probably like 21, 22, something like that. Because
you look the same.
I've gained like 40 pounds since then.
You had that beard since you were like 8, and nothing has changed.
I grew this out during COVID. Like during COVID, I was like, all right, let me see what it looks like when I grow it out. It didn't grow as full now, but like I'm still missing some sides over here. But
you'll get that at like in the 30s.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
The patches fill in as you
get
older.
My brother's beard goes like in 2 days. He can grow a beard, literally in 2 days.
How old is he?
He's 35.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
it.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah, he says that he could just go. Like,
is he bald? Or does he have hair like you?
He has full head of hair, but I'm starting to go a little bit.
No, you're not.
like right here. I'm turning 26 tomorrow. I'm
Bro, that's not going. That's like I don't want to hear anything.
But the thing is, like, before I lose my hair, I really have to get in shape because I can't be fat and bald. Like, I can be bald or fat. I can't be both.
Why are you going to lose your hair?
I don't know. My dad has no hair. Like, my mom's side has hair, but my dad doesn't have hair.
How old was he when he lost his hair?
He was in I think his 30s. So my time is coming.
Do you have his hair?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I was looking at pictures of him before. He had thick hair. Like, he had really nice hair, which is getting me worried because I'm like, I don't want to see the same thing happen twice.
Let me see the top. Bend it down. No, you're straight, man.
Think so?
Nah, you're good. I think you're totally good.
All right.
Like, you can always tell as a person who is a connoisseur of hair, because I don't have any, I can always tell. Like, my nephew, love him to death. He's 2 years old. His father, who's Ryan from Captain Permit,
nice,
has the most luscious Jesus head of hair. Right? It's not as good as Greg's, but I mean, look at it.
I know that's nice.
I'm fucking mean.
I'm jealous. I could never grow hair like that. That's insane.
Nobody can.
But you see, like, you can rock it though.
Well, I don't have a choice.
But you can. It works for you.
So God's like, all right, we're gonna make this kid bold and short, but we're gonna give him a personality because you just can't screw him on everything, right? That's why when you meet a guy who's like handsome, tall, rich, all that, something's got to be wrong with his dick or something. It's just not possible.
That's
you
fair.
Can't have all of it. Like, you can't be rich, normal, likable, charismatic, tall, and have like a 12-inch cock. It just doesn't happen. It just wouldn't be right.
Or fair, really.
We're all imperfectly perfect, right?
I would say so. I think it's fair.
You'll leave that in, right? Yeah,
my mom's gonna watch this.
My
mom's gonna watch this. If we could cut that out, but I mean, if she's watching this,
Greg,
just know I tried. Just know I tried.
Edit this one. Scott will edit the Lou one.
Just know, if you see this, just know I tried. That's all I have to say.
Mom, it's not his fault. It's my fault. Would she listen to this anyway?
Yeah, my parents love watching all the stuff I do.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my parents literally love watching all the stuff I post and stuff like that.
That is cool.
My mom made an Instagram page. He has 6 followers. I just saw her
just
randomly.
to watch your stuff?
I don't know if she made it just to watch my stuff, but she's progressing. She was on the Facebook wave with all her friends.
Good
now
for
they're
her.
coming to Instagram. They're 10 years behind everybody else. So
do
migrating.
you ever wake up in the morning, you have a ton of likes, and you look at it, just your mother liking all of your shit?
No, I mean, that's never happened, thankfully, but it just, because I'm South Asian, right? I'm Bengali, so it's we have a little bit of different cultural norms that she might not be used to. So when she comes on Instagram, I'm
Yes.
damn, I got to block her on a lot of stuff now.
Oh, you like being 2 hours late to weddings.
Yeah.
You guys do that shit.
See, I'm good with that stuff. I just show up when everyone else comes.
I
So
feel
it's
like you would show up on time.
I'm very late though. In school, I show up late to class all the time, and it's really not good because all my boys are just can you show up to class on time once? Because I had an 8 a.m. first semester. First class, I was late. Second class, I would think I was like a minute late. Third class, I was 10 minutes late. The professor cold calls me. First class, I was the first person getting cold called in our whole section. And that, I was owed it. But then the rest of the semester, she was laughing with me because I was coming late to class. Because I got a lot of shit going on,
Yeah, I mean, you're getting your law degree now, right?
Yeah.
In the mix of just
Everything
cranking out
else.
loans.
I'm just.
Do you want to be a lawyer?
I do want to be a lawyer. Kind of.
I know that sounds like a ridiculous question.
Yeah.
Who the hell would ask a guy who's going to law school? But there are a lot of people that go to law school that don't practice law.
Yeah. And if that was the case for me, I wouldn't be mad about it. Because I value education. I value knowing a lot, as do you, right? So I just value knowing a lot about as much as I can. And knowing the law is such an important thing, I feel for everyone to know. So it's kind of just having that knowledge behind it just makes me more, informed about what's going on, just makes me a better individual with business and everything like that. So I'm really just doing it for the education. I want to be a lawyer, but I don't know if I really want to practice like that. I don't know.
So what do you go? You go to Hofstra?
Yeah, I go to Hofstra right now.
Are you full-time?
Full-time.
So you're full-time in law school. You're doing the whole 3-year thing.
Full-time, yes.
And slinging loans.
Yep. And running a team now.
Wow. And so you're going to do that and then possibly not practice law?
I might do that and possibly not practice mortgages. I'm valuing the law side of it more right now just because it's...
Well, what kind of law?
I don't know yet. I want to go into litigation. I really want to go into
You want to fight? You want to fight?
I want to fight. That's
really?
just been my whole life.
You don't strike me as that guy.
I'm just like,
you're more of
because
like a
I'm
lover.
very easygoing. You know, like I am like I'm very easygoing, but like throughout my life, like I've been in debate like my whole life. I've been going to state tournaments, like everything.
Really?
Like before any of this, like I was in debate. Like that's just I want to be a lawyer since I was like. If you look at like my 5th grade yearbook, it says I posted a picture on this. Like it says future profession lawyer. Like that's always been my goal.
I don't see you as being aggressive like that though.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean I don't know, like. I hope you'll never have to see that side of me. No, I'm just playing.
Wow. You know what it is? I I always like to get a glimpse of like either the aggressive or the crazy. Like once, you know Mark, my CFO? I've known Mark for years, like 20 years. One time I saw Mark like get a little crazy on somebody. It was awesome.
Really?
I don't want to see it ever again. It's a little scary. But the one time I did get to see him like that, it was pretty cool.
I don't think...
He's like, oh, this is what this guy's capable of. Like he will straight throw a guy through a window.
I think I have that side of me where like I do get very, very competitive and very aggressive over things that I want.
I played basketball with you. Thank God I was on your team.
Yeah, you were. And we won. We won that time.
We did, but every time I missed a jumper, you'd scream at me and throw things.
No, I think I was the nicest person.
Sometimes he hits me when no one's looking.
Oh, nobody saw the practices, but you progressed so fast.
Thanks,
like you
man.
got so good so quickly. Because you just started playing when that happened,
no, I
right?
never played. Yeah,
yeah, and then after that, we had Algu who was just raining down threes
that
everywhere.
That just wasn't fair. Algu could have won by himself.
He could have.
I mean, I appreciate that we won that, but
we should have taken him out. Just like played without him.
It wasn't fair.
It wasn't. He was too good.
You and Algu together could have just taken on the whole goddamn team.
Not me. I think I went like 25% from the field that game, something like that.
That's not horrible. Like the best pro will go like 50% or 45%, won't they?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good
I never realized it. So after we played that game, I went and saw some basketball games, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I realized that pros aren't really that great either.
You know what it is? I think the same thing.
It's a lot of fucking basket.
I think the same thing, but I played against my buddy. Shout out to Cory Wellington. He lives in Georgia now, but he was like on the high school team. Like it was me, my friend Max Rosenblum, and Cory. We played like together at Lifetime all the time.
You had a Jew on the basketball team?
Oh, he's
they
insane.
Let us play?
He's insane. He's tall. He's 6'6". And he played D2 at Adelphi.
He's really Jewish?
Yeah, he's Jewish. His last name's Rosenblum.
When was the last time you met a 6'6" Jew?
There have been other Jewish people in the NBA.
No, there's a lot of Jewish basketball players who are like nice. Denny Avdia, he's insane.
Wow.
He just got traded. He was on the Wizards before, but he's like from Israel. And he is insane. Like he's really, really good.
Wow.
But back to what I was saying, I thought that they were not that crazy either. I play against him one-on-one. Mm-hmm. We just played a 7, 0-7. I think I'm bigger than him, right? Like he's probably like 200 right now. I'm like 250 probably. And he's like, at the same time, we're like, whatever. It was like probably the same size difference then. Like his strength is insane. Like the way he plays defense, I don't know. I mean, maybe I just suck, but like he's just insanely good.
But when I watch a Knicks game, like I went to the Knicks game, I'm like, these guys miss all the time.
But it's the defense. It's the defense that the opposing, because you can't be in the NBA if you can't play defense. Like you have to be a two-way player. Like prime example, Evan Fournier. You know Evan Fournier on the Knicks?
Absolutely no idea.
No idea? All right. Well, he was somebody who was insane. Like he had a nice shot, but they didn't play him because he couldn't play defense. So if you don't play defense, like you're not in the games.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah. But if you took somebody from the NBA to like your local league, like they would just smoke everybody. It would be like 16-0. Like the difference. Have you seen the Brian Scalabrine, like his whole thing of like, I'm closer to LeBron James than you are to me? He brought like 3 D1 basketball players to play against him.
Okay.
I think they played 3 games. They scored like 3 points on him collectively, and he was just levels above. Like the NBA is just levels above anybody else.
Really?
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday I was playing tennis with my sister in the afternoon, and I thought to myself, instead of trying to play hockey as like a tiny white guy, I probably should have tried to play tennis. I might have had a shot. Yeah, tennis. Well, first of all, tennis you could play forever. Yeah. Second of all, you kind of like, I could have had a shot at going pro as a tennis player.
Really?
But,
Oh,
I mean,
that's awesome.
No, I mean, I suck at tennis. I only play. But the point is, all right, genetically speaking, I could have a shot playing pro tennis.
Okay.
Genetically speaking, the odds of me being a defenseman in the NHL 25 years ago, when everybody was Russian and 6'8", is 0.
Yeah, that's tough.
0, bro.
Jeez.
Like when I graduated,
How tall
I'm 5'9" on a good day. Right now, 170.
Okay.
When I graduated high school, I was like a $135.
Damn. Are tennis players usually tall? Like
I mean,
super
I
tall,
think
like NBA players or no?
I think they are, but if you're agile and you can run and all that,
Yeah.
obviously wingspan and stuff makes a difference, and maybe on the serves or golf, something like that, I would have had a better shot.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna put me up against a 250-pound Russian guy who's 6'6"? No.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
No,
That's
it's not
gonna be
happen.
tough.
Dude, they were little. So I played defense because I was a very good skater. So they put me on defense. I could skate backwards well. So there were times where people literally ran over me. Like,
Wow.
when you play defense for hockey, you're skating backwards, and then what happens is you stick check, and then you lean into them and try to hit them. So I would do that, and they would run over me. So it'd be like this. I'd be like, yeah, blop. And they would just keep going.
You watch hockey?
No, I don't watch any professional sports on TV. I think it's boring
okay.
as shit. I can't sit still.
I hear you. Somebody who, bring this back to Jewish people. Somebody who I went to high school with
This
is
sounds
now
like
in the
it's gonna
NHL.
be racist. This is gonna be racist?
It's not. He's in the NHL. He's
All
a
right.
professional
I
athlete.
just want
now.
to keep it clean.
He won the like the Norris Trophy for like the best defenseman in the league. He's like
the hell
your
is
height. He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Really?
Yeah. His name is Adam Fox.
How
went
much does he
to-
weigh? He's got to be like a brick shithouse.
I haven't even spoken to him in a year. I don't even know.
Oh,
but-
okay. And here, not to make excuses for myself, but hockey changed. It used to be a game for like middle-sized people, like 5'9". Remember, you ever see the movie Youngblood? Patrick Swayze was in it. All right, so when I was like 13 years old, there was this movie called Youngblood with Patrick Swayze and who's that other guy, the handsome guy? But he's alive still. Rob Lowe. I'm Rob Lowe. This is old, man.
I
This
know
movie's
Rob
a-
Lowe.
Rob Lowe. So
Yes.
Rob Lowe, a very handsome guy. He played Dean Youngblood. And they would laugh in the movie about, like, thank God there's still a game for middle-sized white boys. That's what they used to say. And then, as I got into my teens, the game shifted, and all these, like, Russian guys came over, and they were fucking huge. They were, like, 6'6", 6'8", whatever.
Jeez.
Now, and it was a very physical game. There was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of hitting. Now it's trended back to smaller people, and it's a faster, less aggressive game. If you go to a hockey game now, people are faster, skill levels higher. You don't see as many fights.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of like heavy hits like it used to be.
Yeah.
So my timing was off. Like I might have had a shot today.
It's never too late. Come on.
I mean,
You can
it
get
might
back
be
into
too
it.
late. I played tennis yesterday. My ankle's killing me.
You
I
play
don't even-
pickleball?
I had, dude. I crush pickleball.
Really?
I retired. So Frank from Cardinal, you know Frank.
Yeah, of
He used to be
course.
from Cardinal. I think he's somewhere else now. I'm not sure where. But Frank from Cardinal. Him and I were undefeated in like 40 some odd games together as
Wow.
partners. But, and this is the shitty part about getting old, even though I don't feel old, but it's freaking weird. When I was 13 years old, I slid into second base playing baseball on the All-Star team. Thank you.
There you go.
Wantaw, what's up? Jammed my freaking ankle on the base because it was one of the ones that they anchor into the ground.
Ooh.
I couldn't walk for like 3 days. I'm okay. Hasn't bothered me since. I play pickleball. Can't fucking walk. Can't walk the next day. For some reason, it messes with that old injury because you're going back and forth so fast. And I'm like
Yeah.
jumping and diving and shit. You play pickleball?
I've played like twice. It's actually really fun, but
Lot
I
of
don't
fun.
like pickleball because they took out the basketball courts. They're like removing all the basketball courts for pickleball now. It's like competing with basketball directly.
Because pickleball is more popular now.
It is, yeah.
Because old ass people can play. Everybody can see. People like myself can play pickleball. I can't play basketball. You fucking kill me.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's just super fun too. Like you can play, everyone can play.
What, basketball?
No, pickleball.
Yes.
Like it's just super fun.
It's a good game.
But you're in good shape, bro. You're
No,
in good
listen,
shape.
I'm good. I'm down 10
You
pounds
look
from
like
last
you've
year.
been like putting on some muscle. I haven't seen you in like a few months, I think.
You know what it is? I stopped eating so much shit.
That's my
I stopped
problem.
going out to eat so much. That's problem number one. Stop going out to eat. Make sure my meal preps are tight. And yeah, you just have to do something like 6 days a week. And I've been cold plunging in the morning
Oh, you're doing that? I'm doing cold
for,
showers in the
for a
morning.
couple of years.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best.
Cold plunging, like where? Will you like go somewhere to do it, or?
No,
like-
I have a barrel in my garage that's hooked up to a chiller.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
and how long do you like sit in there?
3 minutes every day.
How hard is that to do? I've
It's
never
all
done
mental,
that,
dude. It's all
It is?
mental. You're not gonna die.
I know you're not gonna die, but like, is it like super like you just have to like force yourself to get in?
Yeah, like Amanda tries to do it. She puts her like legs in. She sort of bobs a little bit to like her waist, and then starts saying "Hail to the no," and then fucking
Just
jumps
leaves.
out of the goddamn thing. It's just, you know what it is? It's like when you're in a bar and you see a girl that's really good looking, and you just want to talk to her. If you think about it, you're not going to do it. It's 3-second rule. Just go.
Just do it. Don't think about it.
Just go. So what I do is, I have a timer on my phone. I put like a podcast or something on, so I have something to listen to distract me, so I'm not just freezing like miserable. 3 minutes, 10 seconds. I'll click it. throw my sweatshirt off, get totally naked in the garage, jump in by 3 minutes, and then I'm in there. It's like as soon as you jump in, you're in. You're up to your neck. The first 20 seconds is the worst of it.
Okay.
Because your body goes into shock because your body's like, fuck, I'm dying.
Yeah, you like breathe. You can't breathe and stuff.
You can't breathe or you start so you have to like take very deep breaths, get your body controlled, and then you're good.
I gotta do something like that. I've been doing cold showers.
Cold
Definitely
showers
not
are
the same
worse.
thing. Really?
I would think cold showers are worse because when you're in the cold plunge, you're submerged. All right, you're good.
Yeah.
When you're in the cold shower, it's like getting hit with fucking freezing cold pebbles.
Yeah.
It's like da-da-da-da.
But I start from like warm, and then I gradually just like bring it down. So I like get my body used to it, and then like now it's like not as tough for me to do anymore.
It gets easier. The cold plunge thing gets easier, but it's never fun. Like nobody wants to do that.
You know why I did the cold showers?
Why?
Because I heard it's better for your hair. I'm very self-conscious about this hair thing. I'm very, very self-conscious about this hair thing.
All right, so here's the thing I'm going to tell you. If you're going to lose your hair, there's nothing you can do about it. Don't take that Propecia, alopecia. Don't do it. Don't take any of that crap. Because you might have some hair for a little bit longer, but
but you got the shape. I don't think I got the shape. I think
No,
I'm
you
gonna look
look
like
to
an
the
egg
side.
walking around.
No,
Look at
you're
my
fine.
Big head.
No,
I
you're
don't think I
fine.
have it.
No, plus like
I'm
you have nice
scared.
skin. It's very like maybe the cold showers are making your skin shiny.
I think that's what it is too. I think it's
radiating.
definitely helping.
Yeah.
I've been trying to
like
drink
you
more
have
water
a
and
pregnant
stuff.
man glow. Like you do.
Oh, thank you.
You
I
do.
appreciate it.
You have a
I might be pregnant. I'm looking at my
pregnant
stomach.
lady
but I don't
glow.
know.
Yeah, you're glowing. And I mean, your hair looks luscious, man.
Thanks.
Shiny.
I just got a cut today. I just got a haircut today.
Oh, is that what? Yeah, that looks good.
Got like the skin fade going, you know?
They put some product in there.
Yeah, I put like this random glue in my hair, but I think that's bad for my hair. So I don't know. I just need to focus more on my hair.
Dude, your follicle is below the level. Like, if you put something on your head, it's not gonna like kill your hair follicle.
True.
You're either genetically fucked or you're not.
True.
That's it. So you know what? Just give it to God, man. There's nothing you can do about it except go to
that's
Turkey.
fair. That's true. I
And
mean,
you know-
that's an option too.
It doesn't. No, because it never looks right.
Yeah, I guess.
For people, all right, in my opinion, and I don't know anything about this other than being bald. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos because TikTok obviously knows I'm bald, so they keep serving me up these goddamn turkey videos because they're trying to get me. For $3,000, you could have a head of hair that looks like James, right? That includes the flight and accommodations and 3 meals a day. So, if you're as bald as I am, I don't think the hair transplant thing works. And it's just think about it like this: it's a matter of surface area. If I have all this hair over here and I have to take, and I'm bald here. So for all intents and purposes, like 40% of my head is bald. Is that an accurate percentage? 60, 50? What is it? 60% bald? Or I have hair?
Let me see. Come on, look down. Let me see. I think you got like, you have this here too. It's going up.
No, it's not. It
Your
looks
hair's
like
going
mange,
back.
bro. I have a horseshoe.
No, I don't think it's like all. I think
Hey,
you
it's
like,
gone now. It's gone.
like you
Don't try
got
to
like
be
this
nice.
part.
No, don't try
I'm
to
just
be
saying
nice to
like
me.
if like this part's not all gone.
It's gone.
If you just grow it out more, just put it to the front.
No, Greg says it because he wants me to look like a fucking serial killer. He's like, grow it out, bro. Grow the sides out so you look like a
You gotta grow
fucking
out the beard though, because
maniac.
you grow a nice beard.
That is true because here's what happens. It goes like this.
It just
right?
morphs.
As you lose it, it comes through. So I have the thickest beard on planet Earth, but it's the itchiest. It's horrible.
You gotta get like the fedora. You gotta get like the feather in the hat. You gotta have the beard out, being like Milan. You know, that's Charles's future life.
Put it to you this way: if I had a full beard and a bullet was shot at me, it wouldn't penetrate. That's how
insane.
thick that shit is.
That's impressive.
It's like it's that.
I've
thick.
seen Beard Charles before. I like Beard Charles.
I know, I like-
Looks
it's
good.
red.
But
I
you
like
look,
it.
You look a lot younger now when you don't have the beard. I feel like beards make everyone look older.
Beards make everyone look older. Plus, I lost some weight, so I lost 10 pounds, so your face gets skinnier, so you look younger.
No, that's probably what it is.
Not
too.
as young as you, but you were probably 6'4" when you were 12.
No,
and had that beard.
You'd be surprised. I was 5'3" until 11th grade,
What happened?
and then I grew 8 inches in a year.
That must have hurt,
Yeah, I mean, my knees are still messed up. Might be the weight too. I don't know, but like, my knees are still messed up.
bro. You're too young to have knee problems.
I mean, I gotta lose like probably like 80 pounds, but I don't know. See, we all got our own problems.
Everybody does, except that guy even that guy that appears to be good looking and rich and tall. Something's got to be wrong.
Something's wrong.
Something's gotta be
Something's wrong.
But so think about it from like a logistical standpoint. If I am 50% bald or 40% bald, how can I take enough hair from here to fill the top, to have it look thick and natural and still have hair on the sides?
Does your hair go down? Does it like go? Because my hair goes like outwards.
Oh
this
yeah,
way.
no, like I can grow a koala. What do you mean?
Because I think they just take like they like split it up. They take like some parts of it and put on the top.
No, they have
Something like
it's like a Dremel tool, like a circle, and what they do is they like punch it out and they harvest it and then they split it apart. But the problem is, again, think about it. If you have really thick hair here and they take half of it, it's still,
then like it's not going to cover. Yeah.
Those transplants look good on people that have like, that are going bald in like small areas. Like let's say you have a receding hairline, they can fill that in. But if you are like bald, I think you're fucked.
Yeah.
It'll never look right. You'll always look, you ever see those dudes that have like, it looks like it has like Barbie doll hair?
Yeah.
You know that shit's not real.
Yeah. I'm realizing that more now because I just thought everyone had hair, and then I'm starting to realize, wait, this person didn't have hair like 5 years ago. So how is this here? I'm realizing that.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is this, right? And if it happens, you can rewatch this podcast in whatever amount of time. If for some reason you lose hair, just let it go.
Yeah.
Here's the good news. Men that are bald have a higher level of testosterone than men that are not bald.
That's good.
So you'd be more manly as a bald man.
All right, so maybe I want to lose some hair then.
Right? And as you get older, like everyone's on TRT now, like everybody and their goddamn mother's on fucking TRT.
TRT?
Testosterone replacement therapy? Like everybody,
nice.
It's everywhere.
Okay.
You go to the bodega, they give you fucking TRT.
Jeez.
No? You haven't heard about this?
I know testosterone boosters. I don't know what's called that.
No, people are on like
TRT.
injections.
Oh, really?
Everyone's like,
it's like Ozempic.
Yes, but for men. But
Nice.
who aren't looking to lose weight. Or, fuck, man. It's not the same, but you get the point. The
But
point
like
is,
similar like Ozempic for like weight loss is getting thrown around
Yes.
everywhere now, and like same thing with that.
but yeah, I mean, they're going to find out maybe that makes like your arm fall off later. But so TRT, everybody's now going to have like their test level checked, and if they have low testosterone, they're on TRT. They're getting injections.
Interesting.
Where the hell was I going with that? There was a fucking point.
Oh, you were saying because if you lose hair,
Oh, yes.
you have more testosterone.
So there you go. You might be bald, but you'll have more natural testosterone.
Nice. We've turned this podcast into a therapy session for James. Charles is helping me as.
Do you feel better now?
I do feel better now. No, you actually helped me with that. You
All right,
made
good.
me feel better.
I'm glad.
And when the time comes, like I'm just gonna rewatch this and I'll feel better about myself.
I mean, the good news is you're going to be like a wealthy, successful attorney/mortgage broker who's married to a beautiful woman, and life is good. So what do you
That's
need?
true. That's true. It's the least of my worries right now. I got way more important things to stress out about.
Is she pressing you at all or no?
She's what?
Is she pressing you for the ring or what?
It's happening. We're on a mutual understanding because we're both on our own timelines. Because I'm turning 26 tomorrow. She turned 24 like a few months ago.
I mean,
so
for the
like,
record, I think you're
older.
too young to get married.
Yeah, I mean, in my culture, like people do get married younger, but my parents understand. Like she's on the same wavelength as me. Like we know we're gonna do it. It's just a matter of like the timing has to be right. Because at the end of the day, like I think this, and she would agree with me too. It's like no matter what, like she has my commitment, I have her commitment. Like we're committed together. So a ring, yes, it makes us like husband and wife and everything, but it doesn't change the fact that we're committed to each other. Like that we have a great relationship. It's just like a celebration. But
I think every woman needs to hear what you just said, bro.
Yeah,
There was nothing, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, I mean, and
Why fuck up a good thing if it's going well?
Exactly, and that's why I appreciate the fact like we're on the same wavelength. Like we communicate very well. We talk about these things, which is good.
Scott doesn't agree with either of us.
No,
I do.
I get you. There's pros and cons to everything, but it's just like we're so young, but it will happen soon. But I have an idea when it's gonna happen, but I cannot say it.
No, 'cause then it would ruin the surprise.
Exactly. So I know when people ask me, I know in my head when I'm gonna do it, and she has no idea.
I already know.
But I want to make sure she's surprised. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be no.
I already know.
Yeah.
Should I throw the guess out there or no?
Sure. Throw it out there.
We can bleep this, right? When you
That's
better
true.
make sure you get a prenup.
Yeah. I mean,
You
of
better
course.
make sure.
What do you think one of my earliest conversations were? Come on.
Was it?
No, but that would be funny if it was. But no, she's. She should be the one that wants to sign a prenup. She's gonna be. She's very, very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is she doing? What does she do?
So she's. Well, this would have to be leave out too because she doesn't like talking about it. But she's like. She's very, very smart, which
Nice.
is good. Yeah. So
Man, you guys
she
gotta
might
have-
be the one that wants to get the prenup.
you guys are
not
gonna
me.
have kids that are curing cancer and shit, huh?
What'd you say?
You guys are gonna have kids that are curing cancer and shit.
I hope
huh?
so.
Between the two
I
of
hope
you guys.
so. I want kids. That's what I want more. I have to get married first to have kids. Like
Okay.
in my culture, like that's the right way of doing it. My parents
Got it.
would want that as well. And I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think that's what I would want. But I think I want kids like soon, like within the next 5 years. I do. I don't know if I'm ready for it, but that's what I want. We all want things, right?
All right.
But
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm hoping. I want kids young. I feel like I'd be a cool young dad, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could be a cool older middle-aged dad too.
100%.
So what's going on in the mortgage world lately, man? A lot of turmoil out there in the mortgage world these days, man.
It's interesting. Mortgage world right now, rates are just like this. Like, the thing is, I mean, the market itself, it's just been so wild. Still seeing bidding wars in some areas, and not seeing bidding wars in other areas. Like, rates have been going down, which has been great. Like, I don't know where the future's going to be, but I think we're going to keep going down at this point, you know?
You think so?
I think so. Inflation under 3%. Job markets, they're just making up jobs.
Do you really think inflation is under 3%?
Reporting.
Yes.
Under
Do you
3%.
really think so? Because
Hell
I
no.
know that you went out to dinner last week and it was $300 for a fucking
I don't think
grilled
it's
cheese.
actually under 3%. Do I think... I mean, BLS came out with 818 made-up jobs that never existed. So it's like, I don't know what's real, what's not. I mean, the numbers that are reporting are indicating that we should have some sort of, like, favoritism in our direction. Do I think that...
When?
I mean, I think it's just going to be... I think we might be, like, teetering down a little bit until September. September, we might see a little bit more moving down, but I don't see rates going in the twos. Everyone asks me, when the rate's going to go in twos. I don't think it's ever going to happen again.
Ever.
Yeah, I think,
honestly, the rates shouldn't go down, my opinion.
I don't think this is a problem where it is right now. I think we need to have higher interest rates because the market is so hot still. Like, I don't know.
It also depends on the election. Who are you voting for?
Oh, I mean, I don't care. You could say it. You could post this. I really don't care. I'm not one side or the other, and I'll literally say this to anybody. I never post about politics. I never post about anything like that because it always splits up the room between, like, two people. But I don't really like either option. I'm going to be so honest. Like, I'm not, like,
Are you not voting?
No, I'm going to vote. I don't know yet. I want to see the debates. I want to see everything because I love politics.
We're not going to post this. You can just tell me.
You're not going to post it?
I don't know. Inflation's out of control. The whole thing's out of control.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the value of property keeps going up, so I'm kind of like, all right, this is cool. But at the same time, I'm like, this can't go on forever.
Do you think the market's going to? I mean, you're putting out a ton of houses out right now too, right? Like, do you think
doing like 3 to 4 a week?
3 or 4 a week?
Yeah.
Oh my
We do
gosh.
like 3 to 4 deals a week right now.
Much respect. I aspire to be like that. How have you been seeing it? Have your prices been holding steady, going up, down?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a lull over, not like a lull per se, but during the summer, and I think this is only due to the fact that I think everybody went on vacation, and I think that really happens every year when I think about it. But in the summer, it lulled a little bit, like summer doldrums, but we still were cranking stuff out.
That's awesome.
People still buying everything and anything under the sun.
I honestly have been seeing houses still go for over ask in markets that don't even make sense. I feel like some buyers are still in that mode where, like, they think they're gonna have to go like $100,000 over ask, but they don't have to in some situations. The market's just so different in different places because I work in Suffolk, Nassau, the boroughs a lot, and it's just every single market's so different. And that's why I feel like working with an agent who knows really what the market is, like, is important, especially right now. Like, just having somebody say, just put in highest and best where you don't need to. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what? It's hard. Basically, what it comes down to is this with people, in my opinion. It's what can you afford from a monthly payment standpoint? And then at what number are you willing to lose the house at?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, man. It's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to get it. But also, I wouldn't be buying a house unless you plan on staying in it for at least 10 years. If you don't plan on staying in a house for 10 years, don't buy a house.
Yeah, I think that's very, very fair to say. I think right now, every single person I'm speaking to, like, however we send out pre-approvals, like me or the team, what we really do is we give them, like, appreciation calculators for, like, the next couple of years, what it's estimated to be. Nothing's for sure, obviously, but I think right now, if you're looking at a difference of like $5,000 or $10,000, and we show you the difference in the monthly payments, and then you see what the house is going to be like estimated at in 10 years from now, you're really not going to care. Which is why, like, finding a deal right now is tough. Finding a good deal right now is really, really tough. But I think in the grand scheme of things, if you're not a Charles who's like buying houses and flipping them, like, if you're holding it for the long term, like, God willing, you will end up growing your equity in that house. No,
without a doubt. But I think people have lost sight also of what the reason to buy a house is. Like, when the Great Recession came before that, when you had that whole, like, crazy, mortgage thing going on back in the day, people like, oh my God, I can make so much money on my house.
Yeah.
Before that, people bought houses because they needed a place to live.
Exactly.
They weren't thinking like, oh shit, I'm going to buy this house because it's worth so much money. They're like, oh shit, I want to buy a house because I need a place to live and raise kids. Now it's like, oh, how much money can I make on this house?
Yeah.
And like, let's face it, if you're not a professional real estate investor and you're not able to bring in deals, under market, I mean, yeah, you'll make money. It's a forced savings account for you. I think there's a benefit to people buying houses.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be the reason you buy a house.
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs to live somewhere. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like right now, my friends, some of them are renting, some of them are still living at home. I feel like the age of living at home is still growing. I still live at home. I don't care.
Bro,
like,
I would
proudly say it. Like,
I would go back home tomorrow.
Yeah, like, I have no problem saying it. And I feel like if you're my age, like, you still should live at home if you can save the money and you can have that situation where you can live at home, like, you should. But I feel like the age that people are buying houses is growing. Like, it's getting later and later in life. And
Because
I feel
you
like
can't
it's
afford it.
continuously pushing. Yeah.
It's also, listen, I mean, this might be nationwide. I don't know. We live in Long Island. Long Island is a very different, unique place. It's its own planet. It's very expensive, and there's no inventory. So
Yeah.
it's very different.
But now I feel like if somebody thought that making six figures is like, I made it in Long Island, like, you can't.
No.
Like, it's very tough to buy a house making six figures.
No.
Very, very tough.
I mean, and you see people's finances every day.
And I see people who make six figures who need to add their wife. Without their wife, the deal doesn't work. Add their husband. Without their husband, the deal doesn't work. Either or. Somebody makes an additional $30,000, $40,000 in income. They're living in the house. We have to put them on. If we don't put them on, the deal's too short. And I've been seeing that a lot. A lot of applications are coming in with more than one borrower. It's actually more common that I see two or more borrowers than I see one. Like, very, very common right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, because most households are two-income households now.
Yeah. I feel like the days where it was just, all right, make $100,000, you could buy a house for $500,000 in Belmore. That's so crazy that wasn't that long ago, but those days are gone. Like, it's not happening.
Are you still doing, and I feel like I haven't seen it, and I don't know why, or maybe I did, and my mind is just numb. Are you still doing the Real Estate and Chill podcast?
I'm not.
Is that shit done?
It's done. Well, it's not done. I'm no longer doing it.
You left the Real Estate and Chill podcast?
Yeah, I had to. It was just, I love Kevin. We had a great run together, and
You did have a great run.
We did.
That
we
was
had
a great time.
run. He's doing a lot of big and great things with it right now, but like for me, I have so many things on my plate that I have to focus on. And for me, with school, with my team, with my individual production, my life outside of work, like, you have to really prioritize what's important to you. And the thing for me is the podcast was fun and it was great to do. It was great for business, but at the end of the day, I have to pick my battles. Like, if I do that, and that's, I mean, you spend time on the podcast every week, right? For me, it's like, that's like a 4-hour time slot every week that we'd have to shoot. I couldn't do that, like, coordinating with a bunch of other people because I have class. Like, I have stuff to do. And I don't want to hold him back, because he's doing great things with it. So, it was time for me to say, look, you're going to do great things with it, but for me, it's just, I can't do it right now. Like, I have to focus on what's important to me,
Wow. That's cool. But listen, kudos to you for, prioritizing and realizing that. And sometimes, you know what? Things aren't supposed to be forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a period of time. It's an amazing period of time. Appreciate it for what it was, and then you move on to something else.
Exactly. I mean, I look back at the podcast. It was a really fun time. I met a lot of amazing people doing it,
Yeah.
So it was a really, really fun time. We did a lot of amazing events and everything like that. And Kevin's going to take it to a bigger and better place, which I'm excited for him for. But yeah, unfortunately, I just can't. I have to focus on what's important. You can't hold every single egg in every single basket, especially, when my top priority right now is obviously my own individual production.
Yeah.
Because before you fill up another glass, you have to make sure your glass is full, right? So if I can't take on my production, help the team, I have people now who are depending on me to grow their business, on top of everything with school. It's just, there aren't enough hours in the day for me.
How do you like the team thing?
It's interesting because I'm so new to it. So I started the team like beginning of this year, and now we're at like 6 people right now.
Okay.
So it's definitely more work than I thought it was going to be.
Are these all new guys that you brought on, or people that were existing there that you kind of took in under your wing?
All besides one. Everyone else was new from different companies that were joining.
Got it.
So it's fun. It's tough. It's definitely not easy. And I'm learning through myself the challenges that come with it, because I don't want to be like that team leader who's just like, all right, you're on the team. Cool. Like, just do it out, but, you're on the team. Because I feel like for me, it's, if you're joining my team, I have to help you grow, right? My main thing is I'm very big in business development. I focus on getting in front of other people and getting in new business. So that's what my plan is for everyone on my team. In order to be on my team, you got to know the basics. You have to know what to do. You have to grow on your fundamental business and know how to do loans. The first thing people do on my team for the first month is they learn guidelines. They learn how to be a loan officer, because if you're an extension of my business, you have to at least be able to prove it, right? Somebody asks you a question, somebody does something, and you mess up on a file, that's gonna make us all look bad.
No, you're 100% right. It is shocking to me how many loan officers don't know shit about loans.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's a
It's
crazy
not
thing to
that
say.
difficult
it's
to
a
do.
crazy thing to say.
It's really not that, like, loans in general are very, very difficult per se, but when you break down what you need to do a mortgage, it's not that crazy. If you look and learn how to do it, you go on YouTube and learn how to be a loan officer in a month, you'll be able to know how to do all this stuff. The difficult part is getting in the business. The difficult part is doing non-QM business where you're not used to it. A lot of people in my industry, I feel like, are not progressing. They're not learning new things. They're not adding things to their arsenal. It's a lot of FHA conventional business. Yeah. Great. Who can't do that, right? Chase could do it. Wells Fargo could do it. Like, maybe they don't do it as well as us, but they know how to do it. What else differentiates you? Where is your play in the market?
Yeah.
So
I mean, basically, a good loan officer is a good marketer, period, end of story. That's it.
Right.
Same, loan officers and realtors, they like run parallels.
Right.
And a lot of things. Same thing in real estate. Like, real estate agents, I would say, like, you're not selling houses. You're freaking marketing to get business. That's it. The house is going to freaking sell itself. You're going to post it. I mean, listen, not everyone's created equal. People do videos, negotiation skills. Yes. But ideally, if you're a real estate agent, you have to be a great marketer so that people know you and that they want to work with you. That's it.
Right. And I feel like in mortgages, it's a very, very similar thing. It's
Same
just not
shit.
B2C. It's B2B for the most part on my team.
The only difference is, it seems like in mortgages, is if you are, and I don't know how the back end system works, but there are things that you can place in different places to get people to qualify for stuff. Like, you actually kind of have to, you really have to know. In real estate sales, you don't have to know nearly as much, in my opinion, as you do being a loan officer.
I think that's, that could be a very fair point. I think there are some loan officers who don't know anything, who just throw in the deal and say yes to death to everybody, and they don't know what they're doing
Absolutely.
at all. But I do think that, yes, I think there is more of a level of finesse that may be needed in certain situations that realtors don't have to deal with on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
And I do think that, if you're somebody who could be creative and you can do things to make things work, like play around with some scenarios to the point where you can make a deal work, like that's really what differentiates you as a good loan officer. And I feel like I'm very good at that. Like, I can make things work in a way where it works for everybody else too. Because clients have limited resources, they have limited money, they have limited income. Like, you can't just move things around like crazy. You have to work within these certain parameters.
Yeah.
And if you can do that and make it work and don't make any mistakes, I feel like the biggest thing is a lot of us work on the same guidelines, right? A lot of us have the same guidelines that we have to go based off of to make a deal work. One loan officer can make it work, one can't, because maybe one loan officer is doing something wrong, not using enough income, like not being able to put them in the right loan product. There's so many differences from A to B where one can work, one may not work. But if you have a level of finesse, if you can be creative with it, you can do a lot of things that other people can't do.
Yeah. So where do you see the future of mortgages going on Long Island? Because, again, a lot of turmoil, a lot of companies going out of business, a lot of guys aging out, and they're not transferring licenses. People will be gobbled up. There'll be bigger nationals that are coming in, that kind of things. What do you see the future of mortgages on Long Island?
Like, in my own opinion, I don't see the mortgage industry being, I don't see it being like super salesy in the next couple of, like, next 10, 20 years. I think a lot of the stuff right now could be automated, because I feel like there's a lot of.
So you think loan officers are gonna basically become extinct over time?
Not extinct, but I think it's gonna be. I think a lot of people would be able to fill in the gaps. Like, loan officers right now have to do a lot. When a lot of these things get streamlined and things come into play that can really make things easier for them, it's going to make it so you don't need as many loan officers, and they're going to be fighting for similar business. I think that there will be companies that come out that have a lot of technology that will replace a lot of the day-to-day that certain loan officers do. Like the company I'm at, which I'm, super grateful to be at, like they're implementing new things like every single month. Like things are changing, things are becoming so much easier. And I think it's going to be more of a position where you have to be more of a marketer to get in the deals. And once you get in the deals, because I think that's the hardest part to automate, right? For real estate agents, for anybody in this field, I think the hardest part to automate is getting in the business and working from consumer to consumer or from business to consumer. I think that's the hardest part. And that's where I don't think there's enough technology out there yet to automate that or anything good that can do that yet. But once they figure that out, I think we're in trouble.
Interesting. Yeah, no, because I was just thinking about it from the standpoint of, do people just go online? Like, they already have companies that do that. I personally won't take those loans because they're usually a shit show. But does it ever get to the point where the tech is good enough that you can just go online, put in information, it spits out a pre-approval, and that is real? Like, you could take that to the bank.
I think it could be. I don't think it's there yet, but I think it definitely could be.
What about real estate agents? Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on with NAR, and there's a lot of like real estate tech companies that are coming out, and obviously, Zillow and Open Door and all these companies that are trying to get a piece of the action online at scale. Do you think the real estate agent will face similar issues or possibly become extinct, or do you think there's always a place for them? Or more
I think that, I hope nobody takes offense to this, but I think that some real estate agents add value, some don't. Like, I think that some real estate agents do not need to be in the space.
Most real estate agents don't add value.
I think a lot of the people that are just showing houses and, like, not really adding their own value to the deal, like, kind of sometimes, like, if I hear somebody who's just, like, just telling them, go here, go there, don't do anything, just collect their check at the end. I don't work with any agents like that, thankfully, but, like, I see that all the time. I hear that all the time. So if they don't add value enough, I think realtors could be a little bit safer than loan officers because it's a little bit more of a personal connection, I feel like, with real estate agents over mortgage lenders. And I think that personal connection is really what will hold it for longer. But I think they're going to get, some of them are going to get cut too. I don't think it's safe for anybody.
It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, listen, that's progress. Jobs are not lost or created. They're just kind of, moved. It's like money.
But what industry would that not happen in? I feel like it's scary. I feel like if we're saying that it's not going to affect our lives in any way, we're not correct.
Nothing lasts forever, man.
Yeah.
It's that simple. 100 years ago, everybody was a farmer. Now a farmer is two guys with a bunch of equipment.
Yeah.
So it's part of life, but there are new opportunities that are created with technology that takes away others.
Exactly. I think that once they figure out a few certain things, it's going to be very difficult for anybody in the service industry. They already got robots, and like there's like this what is it? It's like this sushi place in Garden City. They have robots delivering food now.
Bro, and listen, as they should, they have to. It's impossible to get people to even freaking show up.
Yeah.
So if that happens, it's only because it's people's own fault.
Yeah.
It's only because it was very hard to get qualified people to freaking show up.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're good at what you do, I don't think you'll be replaced. If you're good at what you do, you'll be safe. But if you're not good at what you do, you're the first ones to go. I mean, that's not unique. Everyone knows that, right?
So yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, and speaking of good at what you do, obviously you do a great job. I've heard great things about you. I've known you for the last 4 years. It's an honor to be your friend and have worked with you on deals. If there's anybody else out there that would like to work with a great loan officer or perhaps join a team.
Yes.
Look at that camera and tell them how they get in touch with you, how they find you.
Follow me on Instagram, Finance by James. Shoot me a text, shoot me a DM. Would love to talk to you. You're the best, Charles.
Handsome home buyer. I want to buy your house. Call me. That's a wrap.
Nice.